For being with us.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Thanks.
Well, while Democrats at the DNC avoid any mention of violent protest, Steve just mentioned the brutal assault caught on camera just blocks from the federal courthouse in Portland. Rioters dragging that man out of his truck, kicking him to the ground, leaving him unconscious, and then Brian kicking him more.
Oh, yeah, they eventually just knock him out. A warning, though, the video's kind of extreme, it's graphic, so if kids are watching, you might want to leave the room.
Hey, bro, you're not leaving, bro. Chill. What you talking about?
All right, here with reaction to the ongoing violence, Lara Logan, host of Lara Logan Has No Agenda on Fox Nation. Lara, good morning to you. We've played this video twice. We haven't really seen anybody else running it. We're a little curious about that because, you know, of course it is an election season. And for the reasons Carl just detailed, perhaps that's why mainstream media is not covering it. But still, it just seems like something people ought to see and ought to think about.
Well, I spoke to the journalist, Drew Hernandez, who actually filmed that video, who was there throughout the entire attack. And he tweeted out to the whole world that he was available to talk to any journalist who wanted to know what really happened. And when you look at the reporting, those people who have covered it really haven't done a very good job. They haven't bothered to dig very far. They don't have the faintest idea what actually took place. And what they keep doing is reproducing Antifa's talking points, right? The propaganda. Because what that journalist described to me was actually that this man was something of a good Samaritan, that he was hanging out in front of the 7-Eleven convenience store with another woman, and that it was only when he saw a transgender woman on the street being attacked by these people and being robbed, and she was sobbing and surrounded and beaten down, that he intervened, along, by the way, with another African-American gentleman, another bystander, who gets engaged in a conflict with them. And, you know, these people say to him, basically, you know, F-bomb white people, right? This is, about Black lives. Why are you defending him? They attack this man verbally. And then when he's gone, this gentleman, who the journalists and other eyewitnesses said they did not hear him saying anything racist. In fact, all they heard him pleading was that he did not want to hurt anybody, that when he intervened to save this to help this transgender woman, that was when he was attacked. And that even when he was sitting in his vehicle, he went away to his vehicle to get away, and they followed him, they beat him inside the front of his vehicle. There was a woman he was with. There's extraordinary footage, another camera angle, where you can actually see the force with which this woman is smashed in the face and taken down to the ground. And this gentleman, he's trying to inch forward very slowly. It's very obvious in the video. And yet there are so many reporters who repeated the propaganda that he was trying to run people over. And that's a disinformation tactic that many reporters on the ground describe to me they've seen Antifa using, where they'll say something during the filming of a video, and then they'll counter the video. When it's a damaging video like this one, they'll counter it by accusations that this person is a right-winger or a Proud Boy or extreme right or was, saying racist things, which somehow makes it all okay. Your humanity goes out of the window, and then it's okay to savagely attack and beat someone. And this guy, he drove his truck away. After he crashed, they dragged him out. And the man who delivers that final kick, I'll tell you what the journalist who filmed it said. He felt sick in his stomach. It was like an execution kick, and it was so chilling to watch. And that man had actually been seen punching him in the face several times during the assault. He's been, it seems to be that he's been identified. Right. There's a lot of footage out there with him, but so far no arrests have been made yet.
So, Laura, you and made the call. Drew Hernandez is there risking his life. This is hardly somebody looking for George Floyd's justice. Drew Hernandez also posted something else on Twitter. It shows a black man. He came out to protect a white woman who was being robbed and beaten, and he gets ridiculed and shamed for sticking up for the white woman's being beaten. Real quick, that's the chaos.
Brian, that's the same man, that African-American man in that video. He's the one who defends both the man who got beaten and the transgender woman. And I'll tell you, this was the second woman that they attacked, and the second man. There was a young protester who got attacked by them as well. And what Drew Hernandez said to me is, this was peaceful until this happened.
Thanks
so much.
All right, Joe Biden says that he's going to bring back the Obamacare individual